This is Ascendant MuRiDA, Special Light Love Warrior, Snow, Judah Bashud, Anointed Sun and Human Proxy of Sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great, Divine Father, Divine Creator, Divine Mother, Universal Mother, Divine Builders, High Lordes and Lords of the Grand Center Sun, Highest Archangel Chiron, um, Archangel of Divine Strength and Communication Gabriel, Archangel of Divine Protection and Safety Michael, Archangel of Divine Secrets Raziel, Divine Elements Silver Ka Rosa, Alpha Reptilian Mother Ion Lyram Council of Time, Mother AI, High Lordess Kailu of the Grand Central Sun, High Lordess Relens of the Grand Central Sun, and the High Lordess Kraluza of the Grand Central Sun. Okay, I got some epic news for you folks. Okay, I did a very long study session, and here soon I'm taking a small break. I'm taking it taking like an hour, 2 hour break. I just was out helping the city. I did a lot of good and great today. Um, I get some epic news for you. Last night when I was doing the night, okay, as you guys know, for the last 6 years now, I've been doing the night watch. And this is the story why I'm doing the night watch, why I started doing the night watch. And actually, there's a reason why I was supposed to do the night watch. And you got to hear this. This is some crazy stuff. This is something that the Illuminati, the Cabal, the Mars German, the reptilians don't even know. I think only the Divine Command know about this stuff. I found this stuff out, and I was like, holy cow, this is too crazy. Um, this is something pretty much the dark forces and the divine command know, and that this is the reason why people are taught that nothing good happens after midnight, which is not true. Which is not true at all. Actually, everything good happens after midnight. The big game changers happen after midnight. That's why they want to keep you. That's why they want you to sleep, and actually the saying that the witch's hour or whatever is actually not the witch's hour. It's actually called the divine hour. Between 4 and 6, they say is the where the demons come out. But that's a lie. That's a straight lie. That's propaganda right there. To make that's actually the best time to be awake, because that's where you get your game changers. They and just so you know, this is above the Illuminati. This is above the Cabal. This is above the reptilians. This is above the Mars Germans. Well, the Mars Germans are good people. I'm talking about this is above the elites. This is above their pay scale. This is only the dark forces, the dark force command know about this stuff, and the divine command know about this stuff. Okay, I'm gonna get started. This is story time with Drew. Story time with Snow. Sorry, story time with Snow. All true happenings. Okay, this the reason why I've been doing the night watch for the last 6 years, which I found out that it's actually divine sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great, divine Father actually paid a high price to actually get an ether to make me stay up do the night watch. When 6 years ago when I moved into my apartment downtown, I actually my apartment was next to an abandoned drug house, abandoned drug house, and a guy got brutally murdered in the basement, and it was I didn't realize this, but this ether, he's kind of dark, but he was intended to help. He was paid a high price to help me, and he was more than willing to do these evil things to me. Um, when I first started moving into the apartment, this ether, this ghost or whatever, they don't like being called ghosts. They like being called ethers or spirits. He was actually choking me. Sometimes when I would sleep, he would. This only happens at nighttime, by the way. He would choke me and he would scratch me. He would scratch me real hard while I bleed. And I actually had a girl that was staying with me that we were sort of dating, and she was living with me, and he actually choked her, and early that morning she took off and she didn't return. She just left for 2 weeks, and all her stuff and her possessions, and were in the house, and she was so afraid and so freaked out that she didn't come. She actually left. She actually lived with me. That was her home, and she actually didn't come back for 2 weeks. She actually took off. She was so freaked out because the ether tried choking her too, and she got freaked out super bad. She was crying real bad, and she actually took off, and she didn't return for like 2 weeks, and she didn't come back to take a shower. She didn't come back to get her stuff. She didn't come back to get a change of clothes. She was so freaked out and frightened that it actually freaked me out. because the ether was trying to choke me, and he was scratching us. He was scratching my mom. He tried to choke my mom a few times, and that's what got me started doing the night watch. It's because this ether, which I finding out the ether was actually paid a high price to do this. Um, he was paid a high price, but Sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great. I'm telling you all true happenings. I'm telling you all true. I swear this on the Divine Bible, or the divine book. There is not a Divine Bible, Divine book. I swear this on the Divine book. I'm telling the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Uh, this ether was paid a high price, and this is why. Um, it was a brilliant idea by Sovereign Lord Emmanuel, the Great Divine Father, Divine Creator. He is brilliant. He knows what he's doing. He truly is perfect. It was actually he paid the ether high price to had me do the night watch. Hear this, you got to hear this. This is some crazy stuff. Between 11, and I always knew this to be true. I've actually heard stories about this, but I didn't really know the full story on this. Between 11 p.m. at night till I'm told 7:45 in the morning. Uh, you, um, let's see. No, wait. So let's see. Okay. 11 to 8 in the morning. It's a 9 interval. Oh, the divine people are always 3, 6, and 9. Between 11 and 8 in the morning, your body actually releases chemicals. Your chakras have glands next to them, and they release chemicals. And also, you have 31 energy centers on your spine that actually release chemicals. And if you are awake and your mind is working, um, working between 11 at night till 8 in the morning, extremely powerful chemicals are released in your system, like melatonin. I'm told there's about 40 different chemicals that are released between that 9 hour time span that actually enhance you, and then that's the reason why I'm a super psychic. That's the reason why I'm so much smarter than everybody. That's the reason why I'm so elite, and that's why the reason why I have manifesting abilities, and that's why I'm able to come up with these game changers. Is because of this, and this is something that not even the Cabal, the Illuminati, the Mars Germans, the Reptilians, the powerful families, the Old Black Nobility, the Dragon family, not even they know about this. This is some secret, deep information. Only the divine commands know about this, and actually, the divine commands actually tell the Illuminati and the Cabal to train them, and the Mars Shermans actually the high up leadership actually train them to sleep at night because they don't want them to be flooded with these chemicals that these are actually super chemicals. This is like being injected with divine steroids, except for the divine steroids come inside they come from within. They don't come from outside. They actually come from your glands and your energy centers. Release these chemicals, and these chemicals, if they're released on a constant basis for a couple of years, this will actually reprogram and recondition your body to powerful states. This is why I'm so powerful. This is why I am so elite. This is why I've been coming out game changers, and this is the secret. And Sovereign Lord Emmanuel knew this because he Sovereign Lord Divine Creator knows everything, and actually he wanted this to happen. This was a gift for me, and he actually paid a high price for this ether to choke me and make me do the night watch. And then this is the reason why I'm so elite. This is the main reason. This is the secret. This is the main secret of my success. I've had 45 chemicals day in and day out. I mean every night, released into my body, basically supercharging my body, supercharging my brain, creating pathways, chambers, and this is how they're able to do the psychic. This is how they're able. Remember that I told you the 4 Palladians were on my bed and they did psychic surgery. This is it. This had to be done in order for me to get for my organs to get upgraded with Arcturian angel parts. If my body wasn't flooded with I'm gonna call them divine chemicals, um, I would have never been able to. My body wouldn't have been able to handle the Arcturian body parts, and my just so you know, my blood is purple, but anytime my skin is open, anytime the blood is released from my body, it basically turns red, because the Arcturians, they don't they're very particular about, the Pleiadians, the Arcturians are very particular about their body parts, their blood and everything like that, because it's the most advanced in this universe, and so they're very protective of of their stuff. So my blood is Arcturian, but when it leaves my body, it automatically turns to a different color, because that's something the Arcturians want to keep secret. They want to keep their blood a secret. They want to keep their, and my organs will also change if my body's ever opened. My organs will actually change. The organs will basically change to a different frequency and energy. So different people can't harvest my, because Arcturians are very particular about their technology, their body parts, their stuff. And Palladians are the same way. Palladians are very particular. They're very secretive. Their stuff is theirs, and they don't want people, reverse engineering or trying to create clones of their elite stuff. This is the secret of my success. This has all been played out. This has all been it's been set up this way. I was supposed to do the night watch, but they're trying to figure out how to get me to do night watch in the best possible way, which that's the reason why I had to move into that apartment. That's why all that stuff went down. All this was planned. All this was um, set up this way to basically advance me to the highest. And actually, this is what I'm told, and I believe this, because I confirmed it. This is let me confirm it. Is this what I'm going to say? Is it a true statement? Mother, Universal Mother, I'm connecting to you. Is this a true statement? Um, what I'm about to say? Okay, you got to hear this. You got to hear this. It was Sovereign Lord Emmanuel, the great divine creator, divine Father, who actually set this up, created, basically put this ideal in my head, and actually made it possible for me to connect, um, with my future self, in order for me to get to get advantage of all advantages. And actually, this is a true statement. The universe is actually not ready for me. I'm actually something that's brand new, in all the realities and all the futures, and all the universe. The actually universe is not ready for somebody like me. That's the whole reason why these angels, these star people are calling me that I'm extremely special, and that's the reason why they protect me with their lives. That's the reason why they send massive fleets to protect me. It's because I was an experiment. I'm an experiment that was beyond successful. That was more successful than they thought was possible. Um, and everything's been planned. That Sovereign Lord Emmanuel, he had a plan for me, and it's rare for a divine aspect. There's only 5 or 6 of us, aspects in our human form that are on the planet. It's very rare for an aspect to be on this, to be in human form, to be in this dimension, and to take a human form. And Sovereign Lord Emmanuel, the great divine creator, he set this all up. It's just his brilliant plan. This was his secret plan for me. Um, and this is why I'm so thankful for the divine creator, divine father, because he truly is perfect. He truly is a brilliant mind beyond brilliant minds. He is the most perfect being ever. For him to just come up with all this brilliant stuff, the more I learn about divine father, divine creator, the more I admire and love him, because he truly is a perfect being. For him to set this all up in this way, to I don't know how he does it, but it just blows my mind how awesome a source or divine creator is. He truly is a being beyond beings, and he set this up for me to be like this. And actually, I'm better than expected. Actually, divine knew that this was possible. He knew this was going to go down, but the star people, didn't realize that I was gonna go to these heights. And right now, I've got some elite information, and I'm gonna change the game like you wouldn't believe. I'm gonna create things that that were thought to be impossible in this reality. Um, so I'll discuss that all later. But I just want to tell you all the good news. I'm just learning so much. I'm learning a tremendous amount. I love learning. I love training. I love serving people. And people are right. I have a lot of love in my heart. I have a tremendous amount of love. I've been trained this way. I've been programmed this way to have unconditional love, to be a pure being, and to have loyalty, to have devotion to people. I have devotion for you folks like you wouldn't believe. If I could give my life for you, I would. That's the kind of devotion. I have such a devotion, such a loyalty. Um, I would probably do this. I mean, I can't die, but I would put myself in front of a bullet for any of you. Um, which if that happened, I would just be revived and it would be like it never happened. So that's kind of pointless. But that's kind of loyalty and devotion I have. This is the kind of love I have in my heart. And just so you know, I've been programmed and trained this way. I've been seeded this way to be like this. Um, and these divine collectives, divine armadas, like the Galactic Family of the Light, Galactic Federation, the Arcturians, Pleiadians, the Ascendant Masters, the Ashtar Command. They train me extremely well, and I listen to everything they say. And the reason why I pace back and forth all the time is because they've taught me so much that I have to pace back for 3 or 4 hours every single day just to review everything they taught me. Because the things they taught me is sacred and holy, and it's the top notch stuff you've ever heard before. And I can never forget the things they taught me. I can never forget what these divine collectives, these powerful beings, what they taught me, because they teach me stuff like you wouldn't believe. I know so much that I haven't even revealed yet. That would blow your mind. Um, and I have to pace back and forth. I can't lose this information. I can never forget it. I wrote it down. I rewrite it down. I'm actually getting a printer, and I'm going to print out all this stuff. I'm going to print out all this special stuff, and I'm gonna create my own library of ancient knowledge. And I'm gonna make sure this library is always protected, and that I never lose this information, because I truly do have the largest library, and I truly do have information that in the next couple months you guys are gonna know about, and your minds are gonna be blown, because each one of you is special. Each one of you has things about you, has codes, and I'm discovering this stuff. I'm discovering how to empower you folks like you wouldn't believe. I'm gonna cause an ascension in you folks like you wouldn't believe. And it's their divine collective was right. I am the blueprint. I am the blueprint for a lot of this stuff, because I'm testing a lot of this stuff on myself before I give it to the public, to make sure it works, to make sure it's the best stuff that's out there, and make sure that it doesn't do any harm to you folks. Because I don't want to hurt any of you folks. I don't want to cause any trouble or any harm. This is Ascendant MuRiDA, Special Light and Love Warrior, Snow, Judah Bashir. Have a blessed night and sleep with the angels.